Right, we're on air with Sig. How are you, Sig?
I'm good. Very good.
Right, sounds like you're fighting fit. How's the movie world or the cinema world this week?
Movie world going great. And we have, as I've said many times, we have so many nationalist film festivals going around all the time coming at us. Why do they do this? Well, people go. People go to these films, got them from every nationality, culture, country around. But now we got one of the big ones coming up. Well, it's on now, actually. The Italian Film Festival screening right now, as I say, right through to 18 October. You got plenty of time to see these films. I got a couple of morsels to dangle in front of you today on top of all the other ones. But if you want to find out a bit more, I don't know why they make you spell it all out, but the website you can get more information is italianfilmfestival.com.au. You know the routine, all one word, put it all together, and you can get more information there. Once again, screening right through to 18 October. Yeah, they run quite good. It's been going from 21st, just a few days ago, so almost a month you can see these films. So let's scan through a few of them you might want to check out. First off, we have The Last Night of Amore. Not necessarily The Last Night of Love, although there's some love involved. It's Franco Amore is our lead character, and this is a big hit in Italy. A big hit in Italy this year, and it's a stylish crime thriller, and this is from writer-director Andrea Di Stefano, and it's pretty good story there, and it's a nail-biting police thriller, and we have this police lieutenant he gets involved in crime and corruption on the very, literally the night before he retires. Coming in just over 2 hours, it's a pretty stunning film. Franco Amore has been an honest cop for like 35 years, and he's never shot anyone in all that time. And in the last night before his retirement, he goes to check out a crime scene on a road, and this turns out to be quite a challenging day, or night, sorry. So it all happens in one night, right through. And he still tries to be a policeman, and also involves a very big love he has for his wife, Viviane, and his relationship with his best friend and colleague. And things happen on this. Does quite well and filmed very grittily all one night. Seems like dawn will never come in Milan, Italy, and right to the streets there. So once again, that's called The Last Night of Amore, and it's on now at the Italiano Film Festival. Hillary. So many films. Okay, what else would you like to check out? Another one I've got for you is The Eight Mountains. And this is a wonderful outdoor film. The photography here is stunning. It's quite amazing. That won the jury prize at 2022 Cannes Film Festival last year, and it's for good reason. So this is quite a story between two guys that meet as young boys in the hills in northwestern Italy, and they actually all these films are in a foreign language, usually Italian, with English subtitles, including The Last Night of Amore. But back to the Eight Mountains, the current film, L'Alto Montagne and Montagne, and they have two boys that meet. Pietro is from the city, and Bruno is a young boy in this mountain village, and they meet one summer, and they carouse around and carry around and become best friends and have a great old time roaming through the hills and doing all kinds of hijinks that young boys get up to. But over the years, they meet again, and they are drawn back to this mountain village. One goes off to the city, and the other one remains back under the auspices of his dad, and hasn't really gone on to bigger and better things. But they all are drawn back to the level of mountains. And excuse me a second. And they are also bound by their father's wishes and following their fathers. They believe they will go home. but once again, they always return home. And throughout the years, they come back together occasionally, and they see each other, and they grow apart a bit in their various lives, but they always are drawn back. And they come back to the mountains, and they always look back to their budding friendship. Very lush, beautiful outdoor photography, and the acting of these two guys is very good. Luca Manelli and Alessandro Borghi, and they're pretty good. This was in Italian, English, and Nepali, a little bit in Nepal. Once again with English subtitles. I'll say it again. People complain, so I don't tell them once again what film I'm talking about. What's he on about? This one is called The Eight Mountains, and it is recommended. Now, what else I got for you? Several films at the Italian Film Festival now screening. You might want to check out also Like Sheep Among Wolves, another gritty crime thriller. In this one we have undercover police agent Vera is meant to infiltrate a Serbian crime syndicate, and this in Rome, in the criminal underworld. And she's a pretty dark and depressing woman. She's got sort of issues, and yet she's very committed to her job. This film comes in at 100 minutes, so it's pretty concise. And it's a dark and dirty film, and it's screened that way as well. You don't have the lush outdoors that I mentioned in the Eight Mountains. Was all so the streets of Rome and in the nighttime as well, mostly. So it's a bit dark and foreboding and must I say gritty. And so our Vera infiltrates this gang, and she is meant to procure guns. She gets guns for them, and she's pretty hard-nailed, and sort of convinces the kingpins that she's to be trusted because one of the other people she's ingratiated herself with vouches for her, and she sort of goes in with them and then reports back to the police to sort of follow and try and nail the upper one kingpins. However, there's always a however in these films. When she gets into the latest job, she discovers, very surprisingly, that her younger brother, who she hasn't seen in a long time, is also involved in the latest robbery she's involved with. So it's a real time of trauma for her. She tries to protect her younger brother and also get on with her undercover work and not be discovered. So it's pretty tense, pretty thrilling, and very gritty, and it's a pretty hard-boiled crime thriller, which I think you'll find. This is a debut feature film, which is quite impressive, from Lydia Pettucci, and it's pretty gripping, story of revenge and redemption. So in Rome, once again, that's Like Sheep Among Wolves, and you can check that one out as well. Another one, this is it's completely different. It's called Strangeness, La Sonnezza, and this is the top Italian film in the box office last year, and it's the film of the year for 2003 for the Naso d'Argento Awards. And this is the 12th feature from Roberto Ando, no relation. And this is an incredible story. It's based on true story, and it's the creation of one of the biggest theater works in Italy, and it's a bit revolutionary. And we have 1921, actually, and we have Luigi Pirandello, played very well by Tony Servillo, and this guy's a great Italian actor. Who? You might, well, you see this film, oh, that guy, yeah, you probably recognize him from several others, particularly The Great Beauty, wonderful, very beautifully photographed film from a few years ago. But this guy, Luigi, he goes back to Sicily for the 80th birthday of his mentor, a famous novelist and playwright, Giovanni Verga. And when he's there, he comes across a couple of grave diggers, and they're aspiring actors, and they are involved with a local amateur theater production. And those are some of the most hilarious films in this comedy drama, where they try and put on this play, and these people just can't act, and they're trying to do it. They don't remember their lines. They're not actors. They overact. They underact. They're not there. They're forgetful. Things go wrong. One lead actor leaves. They got to find another one that's not already on stage, and it's just crazy and irreverent and funny and hilarious. Italians, they all wear their hearts on their sleeves. It's wonderful and amazing, and they speak so fast. Once again, it's in Italian with English subtitles. And
we've got a few messages for the minute,
okay.
and
the message is great.
we'll be back soon.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, good night.
I'm locking up the site now, Dale. See you soon.
Bye, Sam. Hey, thanks for the safety demo today.
My pleasure, Doctor. Good night.
More Victorians leave work safely than in any other state. That's because many Victorian workers and employers discuss safety and work together to make sure their workplaces are safe.
Night, Bob. See you, Jeff.
At the end of the day, safety matters. Find out how safe your workplace is at howsafeisyourworkplace.com.au.
88.6 Plenty Valley FM.
Well, we've been talking to Sig Anderson about Italian movies, and they sound very interesting. So what's our next Italian movie coming up?
Well, yeah, just a little bit more on the strangeness, what I was just talking about before. The strangeness, once again, is once again recommended, and this is virtually the story behind the classic Italian play. 6 characters in search of an author. And it's pretty revolutionary the way he did. I won't say how they do it, but you can sort of see this film and discover how that's a bit different. But it's just really wonderful, crazy characters. They're funny, they're hilarious, they're a little bit tragic, a little bit serious, and always on the move and always speaking 100 miles an hour. And from the amateur stage production, that we have the creation of this Italian masterpiece from this well-known author and also done by well-known actor Tony Servillo. Very good. The Strangeness. Now, the last one I have today is The Circle, and this is a documentary. Documentaries can sometimes get a bit trying because you've got talking heads, they go on and on. But this is a wonderful film, best documentary film from the David Dantillo Awards in this year, and the writer-director Sofia Ciarello has put together a story over 5 years of children sitting in a circle. That's where it gets its name, the name of the film, The Circle, and in Italian once again, with English subtitles, coming in at 108 minutes, pretty succinct. And these kids over 5 years just sitting in a circle talking about themselves, talking about life and their developments, and it's really disarming and quite informative. How these kids think over this time and how they go through these things, and it's done in a non-judgmental way. And the camera comes down to their level and really see what they like and what they are going on with. And we have several things come across, and they're just going on as kids do. But it's amazing to watch how they develop over 5 years. All inside, pretty insular, just around this very circle, and coming back to these kids as they grow up a little bit, and you learn a little bit about them, a little bit about Italian society as well. And they're primary age kids, and they're from a multi-ethnic neighborhood, so there's several ethnic kids around in this film of these several children. So that's recommended. Once again, that's called The Circle. And there's several films for you, Hillary, to check out, and you guys as well, at the Italian Film Festival now screening. And you got plenty of time to see these once again right through to 18 October. And I think my time is up, Hillary.
Well, thank you very much, Sig. We've been listening to Sig's Flick with Sig Anderson, and this is your local station, 88.6 Plenty Valley FM and Valley Lifestyles. See you next week.